What is up, everybody? It's the Oracle at Motion here, coming at you with a New Year's reading for my Libras. So, your Oracle card for the year, this is like the sum of what your year is going to be about, is embodying your passion. The red in the card indicates that putting your passion into your material world. The green on the outside of that card is centering your passion in your heart. The purples and blues that are kind of rising up from that character's shoulders on up is about putting passion into your words, putting passion into the visions that you get, into the ideas that you have, and then putting passion into your connection with your higher power, God, the universe, whatever you personally want to call it. Your sigil for the year is soul. It's about bringing soul into your passion. Because if you have soulless passion, if you're just putting forth this energy, that can become completely destructive and destroy everything that you care about. Infusing passion with soul is important. We're going to get into your cards for the year now, and I'm going to be doing a more in detail reading for the collective about the year specifically. And I'd like to take this time too to tell you to like this channel, subscribe to the channel, like this video, subscribe to the channel. And if you want a personal reading or anything like that, check out the description below. All that information is available. So, where can you benefit in the coming year? 8 of Drums comes up. This is about connecting with spirit. There's this spirit character here, and this person is dancing. So to me, you can benefit by finding rituals that honor your own belief structure and bringing it into fruition. There's kind of this green in the card, which is showing the heart chakra beginning to blossom more. There's this blue, these shades of blue, which is like using your voice to channel spirit, or even your actions can be a form of communication with spirit. And then third eye, kind of following your intuition as to how to do that. And that will clear away some of the difficulties that you may face. Because here's the thing. As much as we may cultivate our best lives, life still shows up. Troubles still happen. And we need to have these kind of things to draw upon to make it through troubled times. So if you infuse passion into ritual and creating contact with your higher power, you're going to be in a better place than most. What you need to think about is coming up next. So you have the Ace of Bows. So bows are relative to swords in this deck. Swords are relative to like the mind in traditional tarot, kind of like thoughts and intentions. And the Ace of Bows to me speaks about what you think about, and the intention and energy that you put into stuff is what you're going to create. So if you spend a lot of time focusing on what you dislike in the world, or problems rather than solutions, and you put a lot of passion into the problems, you're going to consciously create more of that. Think about it this way. If you're aiming a bow and arrow, and the problems is what you're focusing on, and you release that arrow, your arrow is going to more than likely go towards the problems. But if you're focusing on the solutions and you release that arrow is more than likely going to go to the solutions. So you need to think about where your intentions and where your energy is being focused. And if it's not what you would want in life, not what you want more of, you need to consciously think about how you can redirect that thought, arrow of thought, I guess. So what do you need to do is what comes up. So you have 7. This is a Chariot in traditional tarot. And this one, it's really about balance. The Chariot's about balance, in my opinion, too. But this is really about finding that middle path and infusing passion with it. Because the thing with passion, like I mentioned earlier, if it's not fused with soul, it can be destabilizing. The other element of passion, though, is sometimes you can be too passionate where it will literally burn what you are trying to create. Sometimes by being over ambitious and not being grounded enough in reality, and not creating a strong foundation for your passion to flourish, it will wither and die. And think of passion kind of like the analogy of a fire. I'm sure in romantic relationships you've heard of the saying, oh, they're smothering me. Now think about that in a real way. So if you're building a fire and you want this fire to grow, you would add more wood. But if you put so much wood on that fire where no oxygen can move around, it's going to smother out the fire. Just like with passion, if you're putting so many different components together that nothing ever takes light or catches fire, so to speak, it's going to be put out. But if you slowly build it up, it will feed itself. So have a balanced approach to your year, to the things that you want to focus more on. Have a balanced approach to incorporating spirit into things. Have a balanced approach. Like, this is all about balance and staying centered within everything. And when you can become centered within life, storms won't faze you as much and all of that. There's a saying, not to be swayed by kind or negative words by people. They're just words, and knowing yourself is important. That's the same as with moving forward. Don't get so caught up in good things or bad things that you lose touch with where you need to go. And finally, we have the challenge, which is the Ace of Drums. Okay, so drums is pentacles in traditional tarot, and that's really about kind of the material world. I like to take this view of drums, though, in this deck, which is it's more about like the vibration, the rhythm of everything. So your challenge is going to be to create the appropriate rhythm of your passion, and it ties in with this balance card. Here's the thing. As somebody who's like a multipreneur, who's really worked on all these various facets of my life, understanding that I have to have the good rhythm and balance between work and play, and seeking relationships, friendships, all of that kind of stuff, I understand that I have to set the right pace. And if you view life as a song, certain days you're going to have more, let's just say, saxophone in it, if you like ska music. Certain days you're going to have more sax and less guitar. And you have to find that rhythm. But the challenge is going to be figuring out the rhythm that suits you the best and finding how that plays in with where you're aiming your intentions and actions and the whole dance of it all. Alan Watts compared life to like this big dance, and you have to view the circumstance as a dance. So in the coming year, your challenge is going to be setting the rhythm, but one of the things that can help you set the rhythm is by finding that balance within everything. You need to think about where you're focusing your intentions and where you really want to go. You can benefit by getting into the dance of everything. Infuse passion into everything that you're doing. And if it doesn't have soul, you got to let it go. I hope that this reading helped my Libras or anybody else that connected with it. Like this video, subscribe to this channel, check out my other stuff, get ready for the larger reading for the collective. Stay blessed, people. Happy New Year.